Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and I am back for day 3 of March Madness Sketch Challenge with Scrap Now, Sleep Later. This is the sketch that we're going to be using, and obviously I'm going to turn it into a double page layout. I'm going to be using this Doodlebug collection called The Great Outdoors, which you guys know I'm in love with Doodlebug right now, and this layout is no exception. It turns out super cute. What I decided to do was use this green paper that has the trees, and there's like some cabins and a VW van, some tents, just all kinds of fun like camping images. I thought I was going to use that as the background on the right hand side of the layout and then kind of mimic it over on the left somehow, but then I decided to change it up. But I needed to figure out my photo configuration first before I figured out the background. On the right hand side of the layout, which is the sketch part of it, I do follow the sketch pretty closely. There's like 3 photos that are kind of in a row, and then there's like a 3x3 photo up in the kind of corner. And I play around quite a bit on the left hand side, trying to like figure out the configurations of the photos and making the photos work, because I kind of wanted those 2 4x6 photos in the center to line up. The way that I end up doing it is having that 4x6 photo, and then over on the far left there's a 4x6 photo, and that's going to actually stand up further, which is going to give me an opportunity to add some cute little creatures right above that photo. Then down at the bottom I have the 2 3x4 photos as well as a 3x4 card. So once I get my configuration done, then I'm like, okay, I want the green paper at the top there, and then the center piece there I'm going to use the petite prints, which I am loving right now. I want all of the petite prints. And then as a side note, Bella Boulevard just came out with some cute paper. Oh my goodness. And they have something that they're calling their Bella Besties, which is very similar to the petite prints from Doodlebug. So cute. I'm just tempted to buy it all. But anyways, back to the layout. I'm going to use the petite prints in the grid paper as well as this yellow paper. It's not the petite prints because it's actually part of the collection, but it's similar to like the petite prints. It has like a tone on tone plus sign to it. And because I'm going to be doing kind of a cluster of the photos on the left hand side, I actually don't end up needing all of the blue paper for the left hand side. So I actually end up being able to use a piece of scrap that I had. And then of course I cut the paper too short because it wouldn't be a layout if I didn't mess something up, but I found a way to make it work. I go ahead and add in this 1/4 inch strip because 1/4 inch strips are always to the rescue in that like plaid color, which it brings in all of the colors, which I really like. So the photos on the sketch all line up on the right, so the right justified. So the 4x6 photo in the center there is on the edge of the paper, but then also all the other photos are right justified. So I used my T-square ruler to make sure that those were lined up. Then I used this 3x3 photo of them waiting to get their kayaks, and I put that up on fun foam. Then on the left hand side of the layout, I go ahead and line up that 4x6 photo and to the 4x6 photo that's on the right hand side. And then using the bottom of that 4x6 photo, I put the one of her in the kayak by herself. I then ended up having to cut down the photos because they were a little bit longer and they didn't line up. So I just used my T-square ruler and my X-Acto knife to cut them up. I do put that 4x6 photo of just her in the kayak up on fun foam, and adding in this yellow piece of paper, just kind of paper piecing it in. And of course I put it all the way to the edge, which isn't what I wanted to do. So I had to pull that up and move it over so that it lined up with the blue and the green paper as well. And then of course using that 1/4 inch strip to cover up that seam between the blue paper and the yellow paper. So as I'm getting the rest of that down, I just want to again remind you guys to go out and check out the Scrap Now Sleep Later Facebook page. There is a challenge going on. If you want to join us in this challenge, you can find out all the details over on the Facebook page. There is a daily prize for everyone who is completing these layouts on a daily basis. You have from 9 a.m. when the sketch is posted to 9 a.m. the next day to be entered in for the daily prize. There's also a weekly prize, and then if you complete all 31 sketches, you will get a chance to win a $100 gift certificate from Close to My Heart. So make sure you check out Veronica's Facebook group, Scrap Now, Sleep Later. What I wanted to do was kind of bring in some of the tree aspect from the particular photos. These photos, obviously they're kayaking in a spring, that we have a ton of those here in the state of Florida. I thought if I brought in all of these colorful trees, it will really kind of brighten up the photos, because a lot of times with the spring, the trees are not always the healthiest looking. It's gorgeous to see, but it definitely isn't very pretty when you're used to seeing beautiful trees from other states that we do not have, because we don't have different seasons. Once I get those trees down, I thought about trying to figure out the title. I couldn't figure that out. I wanted to kind of put something in that blue area. I pulled out this word nature. I didn't like that. I pulled out an oval that said adventure awaits, but I didn't like the way that it looked, like the blue kind of clashed with the blue background. So I decided that I wasn't going to use that. I really wanted to use this nature, and it didn't fit on the blue, so I just went ahead and moved it to the top there where the green paper is. Even though it's also green, I just went with it. So the title is going to be Nature is Calling, and I used some white foam stickers for the word calling, and then my tile stickers from Simple Stories to spell out the word is, and I did put that up on fun foam. I did go ahead and add those 4 little creatures. They're like popping up from the photo on the left, and I just love the way that they look. I used a little squirrel, an owl, a hedgehog, and a love bug. And then I did add a circle down at the bottom that says taking in the scenery, as well as some enamel shapes in all of my clusters. Make sure you check out the Scrap Now Sleep Later Facebook group if you want to join in on this March madness of creating a layout a day in the month of March. You will be so excited once you have completed the 31 layouts and have 31 memories stored in your scrapbook albums instead of in your phone or just printed out. So here is my final layout, as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.